Russia has carried out its largest attack on Kyiv to date. Over 550 drones and missiles were fired at the Ukrainian capital. Several dozen people were injured. The attack took place just a few hours after U.S. President Donald Trump spoke with Vladimir Putin. Alarm sirens, the roar of kamikaze drone engines, and powerful detonations rang out throughout the night. Air defenses worked at full capacity to neutralize the Shaheeds while they were still in the air. I had a feeling that something was flying every minute. The drones were falling one after another. Then we realized that our building had been hit. We were sitting in the hallway. When we opened the door to our apartment, we saw sparks flying up to the 4th floor. Later, we learned that a drone had hit the 2nd floor below us. There was a lot of smoke. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, the Russians fired a total of 539 drones and 11 missiles. This is the largest attack of this war. The Kyiv authorities reported that more than 40 apartment buildings, railway infrastructure, 5 schools, and kindergartens in 6 of Kyiv's 10 districts were damaged. Emergency services spent the whole day clearing up the aftermath of the attacks. First, we heard the drone's engines, and then the explosions started. People started screaming outside. The explosions continued. I took my mother into the hallway. We brought stools with us and sat there with our neighbors. It seemed that the situation outside had calmed down, so we returned to our apartment. Then it started again. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke today with U.S. President Donald Trump about the war and the U.S. suspension of supplies of certain anti-aircraft missiles, calling the attack deliberate and cynical. We discussed the current situation, including Russian airstrikes and events on the front line. President Trump is very well informed, and I thank him for his attention to Ukraine. We discussed air defense capabilities and agreed to work together to strengthen the protection of our skies. We also agreed to a meeting between our teams. We had a detailed conversation about the capabilities of the defense industry and joint production. The Polish Ministry of Foreign Affairs has reported that our embassy in Kyiv was hit by a drone that exploded above the building. No staff were injured. Despite attempts to reach a truce, Russian airstrikes on Kyiv have intensified in recent weeks. Russia, which launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, denies that it is attacking civilians. In 2024 alone, more than 2,000 Ukrainian civilians were killed. Many more soldiers died on the front lines, although neither the invaders nor the defenders disclosed data on military casualties.